Let us now turn to Ukraine, where the government there says Russian troops are preparing for a new series of attacks. Civilian areas behind the front lines are being bombarded repeatedly. Ukraine's army says it is slowing down the Russian assault using heavy weapons supplied by the U.S. and other Western allies. Holly Williams reports on the effort to get civilians out of harm's way.
In eastern Ukraine, the Russians are coming.
Ready, 3, 2, 1, left.
So evacuation teams are racing to get the sick and the vulnerable to safety before it's too late. Natalia Abramova told us she's already been forced to move twice as the fighting's got closer. Now she and her 3 sons are fleeing for their lives with what little they can carry. We've lost everything, she said. We have nowhere to go. Later on, Natalia told us that in May, her husband was killed by the shelling. Their town, Chasiv Yar, is in Ukraine's Rust Belt. Many people are desperately poor, but they're standing in the way of Vladimir Putin's invading army. So with a few bags and their family pets, they're leaving nearly everything behind. We're about 15 miles from the front line here, and many of the people being evacuated can't physically move themselves. At times, we heard shelling in the distance, and 2 days before our visit, Chasiv Yar took a direct hit. Ukraine says 48 people were killed in this apartment building. One official called it another terrorist attack by Russia. One of the evacuation team is Tony Demchar from Albany, New York, where he used to work in construction. He told us he originally came here to fight, but believes he's more useful helping civilians.
I have the time, I have the money. I'm 22 years old. I don't have a kid, so I'd rather be over here than be back in New York.
He told us his father was born in Ukraine when it was part of the Soviet Union and fled to America as a child. You could get unlucky doing this work.
Absolutely. There's danger everywhere, but I'd rather die helping these people than myself in my own bed when I'm 80 years old going, my God, I could have done something, but I didn't.
At a nearby train station, Natalia boarded with her boys and a flood of other evacuees. Russia's invasion has brought catastrophe to millions of lives. For CBS Mornings, Holly Williams, Chasiv Yar, Ukraine.